Hello. Let's have a review on the reason the JPY NZDJPY failed to buy because we are looking for it to buy this pair and it happened to fail. Yeah, so I had our setup and we were using the 4 hours time frame. I think I gave you that setup here. Okay, setup is here. So we wanted to use this 4 hour time frame, buy from this level. This is where we wanted to buy, but the price gave us a reaction and failed. So why did this price fail? So this is my review on it, and I said that I was coming to explain. So when you look at this pair, actually, when you look at the future of the JPY and the NSD, let's just look at the future of the NSD first. The future of NSD is here, 6N. Okay. When you look at the NSD to a weekly time frame, the future of it, what is our expectation? We say that this price, let's look at the COT index, COT report. Previously, right? Previously, what do we have here? Previously, commercials are heavily selling. I show the settings here. Let's just look at the settings. Around this, you see these are the commercials. These are the retailers. So commercials were heavily selling. And when the commercials were selling, the retailers were buying. So when you look at this time, this particular setup here on the weekly time frame, we can see that this price came into this supply, tapped into it, and expect the future of NSD to fall. When you look at the evaluation, there's a evaluation somewhere, but this one, but actually there's this one, this other information here, the strength. We can see when you look at the strength, it shows you that this NSD was actually still strong, which was supposed to be a strong buy right there. This was a buy there when you look at it, still a strong buy. But let's look at the valuation. What happened? When you look at the valuation there, when you look at the valuation here, let's look at the valuation. What's the valuation? Valuation is here. Let's try to look at it. I don't know why we're not having a response here. Okay. Move one, can keep one. When you look at it, we need to use the daily time frame. You can see the price was overvalued here, and hence we're supposed to look for a sell there. Supposed to look for a short position. So when you look at all this information here, we see that the NSD actually was going to fall. Now, the supply was tapped, the weekly supply was tapped here. Then the price started pushing down. That's why I have this arrow pointing to the downside. So I was expecting the NSD to fall. Let's look at the 6J. The future of the 6J as well, when you look at it from the COT Commitment of Traders report, we'll have to look at this city report, what are we seeing here? We're seeing commercials are heavily selling there. We look at what else do we have here? We have the index, how strong it is, the strength. They're heavily selling there, very strong. So NSD, I mean the JPY future is supposed to fall, and let's look at the focus. Okay, let's look at the focus and use the daily time frame on the focus. You can see as well, we're looking for to see this pair fall to the downside. So the moment you have this information here, we could tell that this pair is going to fall here. So in terms of technicals, now I'll go the 4 hours time frame. what I want you to understand is that the JPY, it's very powerful in a manner that every time it moves, it takes a certain direction. If it moves down, all other pairs paired with the JPY will go up. For example, this is a 4 hours. I want to give you an example. You see, the moment the JPY went down here, all JPY pairs went up. Example, I'll give you example. Let's say that GPP, JPY. Around this zone, we want to see it being bullish. So let me look for GPP, JPY as an example, being bullish. And you see, this the GPP, JPY, this is a move I'm talking about, being bullish there. Let's look at, for example, CAD JPY, example CAD JPY. Anything paired with the JPY is supposed to be bullish. Can you see we're having the same move to the upside? One more example, Audi JPY. Bullish. Let's look at it. You can see the same exactly move. Let's go to 6J and look at the last move it made. It made a bullish move to the upside. 6J, this is the 6B, sorry, 6J. Okay, but the 6J. You see, this was a move. So if the 6J here, let's even go to NZDJPY as well as another example. NZDJPY is here. It must be what? It must be bullish. I'm sure you can see. Here's a move that it made to the upside. Now, let's look at the 6J. Look at the last move it made to the upside. Why am I going to 6N? I'm supposed to go into 6J. 6J here. When you look at the 6J, what do we have? We have this one. It pushed to the upside. If it pushed to the upside, remember we have looked at the commercials. We want to see commercials selling, but there's a problem that the 6J itself, it's kind of still bullish there. Let me just share something else. Just a minute. Let me share something else with you here. Now, when you look at this side, we're looking at the JPY, Japanese yen. If you look at the previous contract, right, 39,000, 31,000 for 50. New contract, which is 46,000, 765. If you compare these contracts, we can see that this particular week, we had more sellers than buyers. So automatically the commercials are heavily selling. So let's come to this side so that we look at it again and see what is happening here. So when you look at this, let it load up. Let's just scroll down a little bit. We look at this. These are the commercials, which is the red line there. Commercials are heavily selling. The moment the commercials are selling, then this tells you that we're going to look for sales. Okay. We're going to look for sales on the JPY. Because when you look at the market there, the market looks a little bit bullish, but here we have a supply there that has been tapped there. So these ones, they are selling. And we want to sell with them. So that's why we have this kind of information. That's why we have this kind of information here. So we know that the JPY is going to fall. So since we know that the JPY is going to fall, what do? We can look for sales on the JPY. So you know that if the JPY was bullish here, then NSD was bearish. NSD is it? NSD was bearish here. Look at that. NSD was bearish and it violated our level. So what do? What we are going to do is that we are going to wait until the JPY break the structure. So this level has been violated here. The demand that has been violated. And what do? The price might push into this next demand here, of this one here, which this price might push there, right? But we don't know what the price is going to do. So what do? We're going to be patient again and wait until the 6J does what? Breaks the structure. Because when you look at it, if it was bullish there and NZDJPY went down, look at that, went down like this. So if it breaks the structure, go back to the 6J, if it breaks the structure there, this will give you a shift. For example, let me remove this one. That's the supply that has been tapped. So we'll go to 1 hour time frame and we wait for a shift, wait for this low to be broken, price to break the structure and come back to any supply that we'll get. The supply there, then we'll sell. The moment the 6J start pushing bearish, that's when we start buying all the JPY pairs, regardless of either it's going to be NZDJPY, Euro JPY, anything JPY, we're going to buy all of them, but only until when the JPY turns. So this week, I've given you the reason I'm going to buy all the JPY pairs, and it's going to give us a good push. So we're waiting for the push to the upside. I have to do this. Waiting to get the push to the upside on these pairs, but until the JPY turns, we don't have a setup. So we'll still monitoring the JPY. The moment you get the change of structure, then we're going to start looking for a bullish move to the upside. So I think that's the reason the level is broken. The NSD JPY broke the demand, but we're now waiting for more confirmation for the JPY to turn. Then we'll be looking forward to do it, to sell it. The same way we had the other setups like Euro USD. I gave you a sell on Euro USD on 1 hour time frame. I said that we're looking for sales there because the euro is completely weak, and this was our demand. The price swept liquidity and started pushing to the downside. So our setup is still valid. We can continue looking for sales tomorrow because the euro itself, we'll go back where the euro is. Where's the euro? The euro is here. The future of the euro is here. And we look at the euro from the bigger time frame. Let's look at the euro on a bigger time frame. We see the euro happen to tap into a supply, a hidden supply there. This supply is only visible on daily. If I go to the daily time frame and I go back here, you can see there's a mitigated order block there. It was tapped there and expect this pair to drop. And the reason we were looking for the euro to drop is because of what the commercials are doing here. It's because of what commercials are doing here. If you look at the euro is here. When you compare the previous contracts, 135,522, more contracts came in for 141 for 15. So commercials are heavily selling the euro, and this tells you that the euro is falling, and hence we can start looking for sales. Yeah, we can start looking for sales. See, commercials are heavily selling there, so the euro is expected to fall. So if we go back to where the euro is, okay, we see the euro is supposed to fall here. So if it taps into that supply and you go to 1 hour time frame, we're looking at this as what? As we know that the price tapped into that level, broke the first structure, went back, swept to liquidity, and the price started pushing down. So that was my extreme potential sell position, but the price failed to reach there. So what are we looking at right now? If you use the 15 minutes, you're going to see this level very well. But actually, I prefer working the 1 hour for clarity. So I'll go back to 1 hour. 1 hour here. So the price came in there, swept liquidity, and this is where we are. So right now, we can go to like 5 minutes, 15 minutes. Let's see, the price has mitigated everything now. This way we put our focus here. It's got 5 minutes. Any level that's unmitigated, this was the demand that I saw it unmitigated, but I'll want to get a stronger confirmation if the price goes back there, okay, and break the first structure here, right, and goes back to any demand will be there, then can look for a short position there. So the Euro USD is going to be a sell. I think also the GBP USD also was supposed to be a sell. Okay, yeah. GBPSD was also a sell. Ourselves, we already got the first move, which was from, I think we sold somewhere from somewhere here. Was that? Okay, somewhere here. We sold this move to around this move here. So the price is just back there, just swept to liquidity. And again, this is another sell that we have this coming week. So the best place to sell again, keenly looking at this zone to look for a short position on what? On USD. So I'll see you guys on the next video. Otherwise,